Okay, hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel, Seek for the Soul Tarot. So I kind of wanted to do something different today. I'm not doing any zodiac readings. I am not answering personal questions at this time. I just kind of wanted to take an introspective journey using tarot and oracle cards and to see maybe where spirit guides us through this journey. So this isn't any kind of particular reading. This is just whatever spirit kind of wants to relay, whatever that is, whatever that message is whatever I'll relay, and also add my my introspective comments to it, I guess, and see what happens. Spirit, guide me on this introspective journey. What would you like me to speak on or to talk about today? Spirit, what would you like to talk about today? Oh, okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Channel Your Knowledge, Critical Judgment. Okay, and the card that came out was number 23, Lead the Way, Light Your Own Path. I feel like a lot of us in general just may feel a bit insecure or just have a lot of self-doubt that's holding us back from creating the life that we really want to live, or an ideal life that we, can imagine or envision for ourselves. And a lot of the time, it's conditioning. Okay, maybe the way you grew up, your parents, maybe they didn't have very much, and maybe you grew up with a lot of hardship, and that was conditioned in you to think or to perceive that making a living is hard, so with that mindset and moving forward with that mindset, maybe it's just really hard for some of you guys to break that, maybe you guys see making a living more as, something you have to do, versus something that maybe you'd want to do, and it really takes the joy out of your lifestyle, because, as a collective in general, it's hard. We have days that we have ups and downs, and it's hard sometimes to stay consistent, especially maybe for my water signs out there, where emotions tend to get the best of us, and we just kind of go wherever our emotions take us. It's just like, if we're feeling good, okay, we're feeling good, but if we're feeling bad, or if we're feeling down, if we're feeling depressed, it's like, it's hard to motivate yourself to do something you feel like you just don't want to do. So I just feel like, again, a lot of this is conditioning and feeling as if we can't really live the life we want to live just because, we're held back by responsibilities. Maybe we have to provide for our family, like kids, if you have children, or maybe you feel like you are the breadwinner of a much larger family, and maybe you're an immigrant and you feel responsible for sending money back to family that live where you're from, because they expect that from you. So it's like the burdens that we carry sometimes, we feel may hold us back, And because of that, we may get distracted, thinking that, well, this is my life. We may just get stuck in like a routine, and it's hard to change. It's hard to change that mindset. So I feel like with here, lead the way, light your own path, I feel like this is a sign for some of you to not wait for a sign. You know, maybe you're just waiting to see, like, okay, maybe this is the right time. Maybe you're looking for a sign, and you've just kind of been sitting on your hands, not really sure. You're like, okay, you're putting it on the back burner, whatever this is, whatever you want to pursue. Perhaps for some of you, it's writing a book. For some of you, it's starting your own business. For others of you, maybe it's just going down a completely different career path. Or for others of you, maybe it's advancing in your studies. Or maybe even maybe some of you just want to just do something more creative. You know, for some of you, it's like, okay, I come from a family of doctors, but I really just want to do hair. You know, and it's going to cosmetology school and feeling like that's the first step that you need to take. And you're just like, I just don't know. I just have so much to do. When am I going to make time for that? It's just unrealistic. Then I have to build my clientele. It's just, some of you are giving yourself excuse after excuse after excuse to not change the life that you have now for a better one, or for the life that you would like to try out. You know, for some of you, it's maybe you go down that path. Let's say you become a hairstylist, right? And you know, you had to overcome a lot of hurdles, maybe because your family thought you were crazy, that you were giving up you know, your status, let's say as a doctor or a lawyer, and the money that comes with it, and the networking that probably comes with it as well, to try out cosmetology school. And you felt like you were fighting your family, fighting your friends, fighting society, just to do something that you felt like spoke to you, and you went down that path. And maybe going down that path, you realize that, you know what, maybe they were right. Maybe you didn't see things that other people were trying to tell you or trying to warn you about. But you tried it out. You did it for you. You know, you can live with yourself, at least, in knowing that you took a risk on something that you wanted to do, and it wasn't because other people told you to do it. And you learned something from that personally, you know. So I just feel like some of you guys may be second guessing yourself here. Well, what if I waste money? What if I waste time just to find out that it's a waste, you know, that they were right? And so I feel like this is more of a sign for you guys to have faith more on your journey, you know. Not every part of our journey is going to be filled with successes, and sometimes we learn more through our failures than we do through our successes. I would say the majority of the time that we do. So I am going to put that here and pull tarot cards, and dive deeper into the situation here. What about this lead the way, Spirit? Maybe we could just do a past, present, future. Maybe the present challenges that you guys are trying to overcome as a collective. Okay, let's see what's going on. Past, Spirit. Past. Okay. Present. Present challenge or current challenge. Okay, I'm gonna put that here. And future outcome. Future outcome here. Okay, and I'm actually going to do advice as well. Advice that can help you in the situation, or advice Spirit maybe wants to give you. Okay, I feel like it's that one here. Alright. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit, Virgo energy. But I'm also feeling Taurus here as well. Or just any of the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I just feel like with the Hermit here, some of you may be feeling a little lost, a little uncertain. Maybe some of you guys feel like, oh, well, I just missed the boat. You know, I missed an opportunity, or maybe you missed several opportunities and you feel like you're just stuck here. And you're trying to find that little bit of happiness in your current situation. Or maybe you're just trying to find meaning in your current situation. Maybe thinking or justifying it like, well, maybe I wasn't meant to be there. I wasn't meant to do that. Maybe this is my lot in life, and just kind of accepting, I don't know, maybe accepting defeat, or just accepting what you think is your fate. But again, I feel like Spirit is kind of encouraging you, like, no, that's not true. You know, that's just how you perceive your reality at the current moment, just because you have a lot of regrets. And maybe, you know, some of you with this Virgo energy tend to care a little bit too much about what other people think. Maybe you're a little bit too body conscious of how you look, how you appear to others, how it's really going to affect you, just overthinking the situation to death. And it's really keeping you from obtaining joy, obtaining happiness, you know. And so I do feel like Spirit is trying to make you see the glass half full versus glass half empty. You know, Spirit is really asking you to change your perspective, you know, especially those of you that are just a bit pessimistic and are just trying to settle, or feeling like you're settling for your situation. Maybe some of you are thinking, you know, like, what's wrong with settling, you know? And I feel like there's nothing really wrong with settling, as long as you can kind of live with it, or make the most of what you have, you know, because I don't know, I just kind of tend to feel that there's not necessarily a right or wrong way to kind of go about life. It'd just kind of be nice to, you know, to go after some of the goals that you had for yourself, or maybe some of the desires, or some of the passions that you've had for yourself, or to follow your heart sometimes, you know, to see how that can change your life maybe, or transform your life in a positive way. And at least you can kind of tell yourself, well, you know, I was brave enough to at least, you know, make that happen. Even though there were challenges, even though there were obstacles, even though that, you know, the odds in your perspective maybe weren't in your favor. Okay? But I do feel like Spirit is asking you here to have a higher perspective, to believe in the impossible here. And especially if you're getting a lot of creative downloads through your crown chakra, you know, to maybe follow suit or follow through on those inspiring ideas. So let's see what happened here in the past. We have death. Yeah. So I feel like in the past, maybe there was just something that didn't work out. Or maybe you lost some important people in your life. Maybe for some of you it's one profound romantic relationship in your life, and maybe for some of you felt like this really took up a lot of my time, a lot of my energy, and now I'm here, I don't know, let's say your 40s, you're in your 40s or in your 50s and you feel like, man, I was married for 10, 20 years. I devoted my time to this. I devoted my life to this. And it's just, now I just feel like I have to accept the painful truth that I lost a lot of that time. I lost a lot of myself. I sacrificed so much of myself. And I just feel like in the past, some of you were just really in a dark place, you know. But I do feel like you've gotten stronger. You've learned a lot. You're a lot of a deeper and wiser individual because of this experience, because of learning from this loss, maybe also learning a lot more about what you're capable of, you know, that you wouldn't have otherwise known without going through this experience. Let's see what's going on in the present here. We have the World. So yeah, you're breaking out of that cocoon. You are transforming. Some of you guys have used this COVID pandemic as time for some kind of glow up or some kind of transformation. I feel like a lot of you guys have made peace with the old self, made peace with some of these losses, and have really let a lot of this go and shed your skin. And you know, this is you stepping into your power, or trying to, you know. Okay, with the World card here, what's the challenge for you? We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So you're afraid that you're going to end up in the same place, you know. You're afraid that you're just going to be disappointed again. You're afraid that maybe if you open your heart and you trust again, that the universe is just going to let you down. So I sense some fear, some uncertainty. Maybe at times it can really preoccupy your mind, right? It's that hermit energy. It's that overthinking, analyzing. You know, it's sometimes maybe analysis paralysis. So there's some doubt here. I also feel like the challenge here for some of you is maybe you feel like you can't really be vocal about whatever this new beginning is, or you can't really tell very many people in your group just because, I don't know, maybe you've gone through some kind of betrayal. Maybe you've had a group of close friends or people that you thought were your friends, or people that you thought had your back. Like maybe your family's supposed to, but maybe they didn't and they let you down. And this is, I really don't want to let other people know about what my future plans are. And I kind of just want to make this silent getaway or silent escape. Just because, you know, I just don't want to cause any more friction. I don't want any more issues. I don't want that to personally affect me and my own emotions. And, you know, sometimes, especially when we tend to be people pleasers, like maybe that is, you know, kind of a shadow side to maybe, you know, some of, which is good for a self-improvement. You know, it definitely pushes you to try to be better and try to be quote unquote perfect, depending on, like, you know, who you're trying to please, or who you're trying to, I don't know, I guess, who you're seeking validation from. But on the opposite side of that coin, it's sometimes you lose yourself, you lose your identity in people pleasing others, and you don't know who you are, you don't know what you want, and you're kind of not really sure about your own decision-making abilities. just because maybe you're so used to getting that validation from an outside source. And so for some of you, it's keeping this to yourself, so that you won't feel weighed down by other people's opinions. You won't feel held back from other people's thoughts of you, and this new direction that you're trying to go down. Let's see the future outcome here. We have the High Priestess. Yes, this is keeping to yourself. This is listening to your intuition, you know, getting those downloads from your crown chakra and your third eye here. It's like you're like, you know, I know Spirit in the universe really wants me to go down a different path. I can feel it with every bone in my body. And for some of you, you just feel like others just won't understand. You know, maybe it doesn't make any rational sense why you would make this move, why you would go down this path. But to you, it just speaks to you. You just know it's the right thing. You can't explain it, but it's just that inner knowing. You know, maybe some of you have had dreams about it. And maybe that's inspired you to make this change. And to others, maybe it just sounds completely insane. Like, wow, you just had a dream that you were supposed to go down this path, but really they don't know it's some kind of ability that you have. Maybe you have premonitions, you know, and you don't know how you have this ability, how you have this gift, but you know that it works, you know, and it's not some kind of delusion. You're the High Priestess in the upright, you know, you have an inner knowing. You can see things that other people can't see, okay? And you're keeping to yourself, you're keeping quiet, and that's the future outcome here. You're trying to believe in yourself and what you already know to be true, and your own truth, okay? What's the advice card here? We have the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles here, I just feel like Spirit is saying, like, if you are afraid of rejection, or if you get rejected, or if you feel disappointed alongside this journey because maybe it doesn't happen fast enough, this is a Pentacles energy, so that's slow, something that takes time, maybe even years to manifest. Spirit's like, don't give up. Don't give up. Yes, this is going to take time. Yes, you might face rejection. Yes, you're going to have doors that close on you because maybe you didn't act fast enough. Maybe you second-guessed yourself. And you are going to face failures, you know. But just know that don't give up. You're on the right path. This is something that you know speaks to you on a very intuitive soul level. So I feel like that is Spirit's advice. I am going to pull some clarifiers here and a few oracle cards. Also, the person that could be resonating with this reading, perhaps maybe you have a large set of girls up there, you know, like maybe you have big boobs, or maybe you like to accentuate your boobs, or maybe you just have a nice rack, you know. You just, even if they're small, it's just they look very perky, they look very nice, or something like that. There's something here possibly about the breasts. This could also mean here with the breasts, it reminds me of just that feminine energy and following your heart, following your intuition. Okay, let's clarify some of these cards here, spirits. We have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, so this is definitely in the past. You were going through some kind of dark period in your life. Again, maybe you've lost, look at that, the Death card here, Scorpio energy. Maybe you've lost somebody here, maybe to a literal death for some of you. Maybe you're widowed and you're trying to find meaning in your life again, trying to be happy as a single older woman for some of you, or man, you know, in a feminine energy. Let's see, let's clarify the World card here, spirits. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. I do feel like this is, it's taking time to rebuild, right? And you've been a wounded warrior. And there's a part of you that just wants to give up. But don't give up. Don't give up. Three of Pentacles. I know this is a tough, this has been a very tough cycle for you. But you are building your Four of Pentacles from the Three of Pentacles. Just keep working at it. You're very close. You're very close. The challenge for the Seven of Swords in reverse. We have the Judgment card in the reverse. Yeah. The challenge is that you feel like you've been wronged. You feel like nobody sees your point of view. I don't know, maybe other people see you as like the perpetrator and not the victim, you know, and you feel like I didn't do anything wrong here. You know, you guys blame me and make it seem like it's my fault, and it's not. I'm really trying to do the right thing. I don't know why everyone's looking at me like I'm the villain in this situation here. Okay. All right, let's see the High Priestess here. Clarify the High Priestess spirit for whomever is this is resonating for. Five of Wands. Yeah, and this is what you're trying to avoid in the near future. You're like, you know what, I'm trying to avoid further conflict just because that just doesn't serve me. You know, I might as well just keep this to myself. I already know there's people around me that don't agree with my decision or with this dream. I already know that. You know, I also already know that maybe there's people around me, for some of you, that just might be jealous. And, you know, maybe they're just subconsciously, how do I say this? Convincing you that this new path is stupid. Or you're crazy just because, you know, they don't see the potential in themselves and they see that you have potential, you know? And so maybe this is kind of making some people jealous around you, maybe jealous friends, jealous family members. And so you see that intuitively, you can sense it, and you're like, you know what, I really don't need to add any more stress to my life or theirs. So I'm just going to keep to myself here. Bottom of the deck, we also do have the Tower energy here. So again, you're just trying to keep to yourself. This is avoiding the situation. You know certain things are falling apart. You know you're leaving this behind. Other people don't agree with you. Maybe this is causing some kind of rift. And so you're just trying to keep to yourself here. You know, I do feel like the universe and spirit is bringing in a new beginning for you. And you're just trying to hold on tight. I do feel like, again, don't lose faith. Okay, again, with this lead the way card here, definitely keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Don't look back. Even though that urge may sometimes be strong, because maybe there's a lot of fears about the unknown, about if you're really doing the right thing. And Spirit's trying to encourage you like you are doing the right thing. Let's see the Seven of Pentacles. Two of Cups. Okay. And yeah. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man in the reverse. Okay. So, with this advice card here, there may be somebody around you that's trying to encourage you, or this just could be spirit, okay, or somebody that could be a passed down loved one, possibly for those of you that lost someone significant to a death, that's coming in here as a supportive guide, okay, that's trying to let you know, like, hey, you know, it's okay, it's all right, You know, I know you've been hurt. I know you feel like, you know, things aren't moving forward, that you feel stuck. Maybe you feel like you've been wronged in some way. And maybe you feel like no one's really listening to you. There's somebody here that's trying to encourage you to keep going, to keep moving forward. Don't be stubborn, okay? Don't be stubborn and give up and feel like you're just stuck here, you know, and convince yourself that maybe they're right. Spirit's like, no, you need to follow your heart, you know? With this Two of Cups energy here, there also may be somebody that is physically around you that maybe that you can confide in, or maybe that's somebody that you've already confided in, that you feel comfortable maybe telling, you know, your deepest desires, your innermost secrets, or at least a few of them. And maybe this person is like kind of on the outside. Maybe this is one friend possibly, and maybe they're just trying to let you know, like, you know, to keep going. You're not crazy. I believe in you. You can do this. So with the Hanged One in reverse, again, this is you. I feel like feeling stuck, feeling uncertain, feeling like you don't have all the answers. But with this as the advice card, this is keep going. Keep going. Okay? Let's pull an advice card for you. Let's see maybe what Spirit would like you to know on this journey. Spirit, what would you like this person or this group of people that's resonating with this to know? I do want to say, I feel like Spirit is saying there's light at the end of this tunnel. Okay? Perhaps for some of you, it's a new romantic connection also that's on the other side. Maybe energetically calling to you and encouraging you to step outside of your comfort zone here. Yeah, look at this. Honesty. We have, as policies go, honesty is up there with the best of them. A healthy respect for the truth can result in gaining more truthful respect from others, and being honest with ourselves increases our clarity in life. Naturally, the odd white lie may occur in order to save someone's feelings, but generally the more honest we are, the more straightforward and rewarding life is. Affirmation is, I have love and respect for the truth. I will strive to always be honest to others and to myself. So, I feel like the advice here is, for one, I do feel like there's somebody here that you can be honest with, that you can trust, that is trustworthy. Okay? Whether that is a friend, you'll know this intuitively, especially since you are in the High Priestess energy, who this is. Or if this is more of a spiritual energy where you feel like there's somebody on the other side, somebody maybe that can be there for you, and this person may be encouraging you energetically to leave the situation and come towards them, for those of you that have spiritual kinds of relationships. For others of you, I feel like this is also to be honest with yourself. You know, it's easy, again, especially if you're a people pleaser, to second guess yourself, to wonder if you're doing the right thing, especially if you're used to getting validation that you're doing the right thing and on the right path. This is trusting yourself, being honest with yourself in this situation here. Okay? I feel like Spirit is wanting you to know that. Bottom of the deck, we have effort. Whether it's a tough shift at work, a personal relationship, an act of creativity, or some physical exercise, the endeavors and challenges of life are all the more rewarding when we know we have given our all. Working hard at something helps us remain focused on the present moment, increases our sense of self-worth, and leads to a fuller feeling of accomplishment when the task is complete. I am a hardworking and conscientious person. Today I will give 100% effort. And I do feel like that's coming in here with the Seven of Pentacles energy. Spirit is just like, continue to put in the work. It's going to be hard. It's going to be draining. You're going to have nights. You're going to have days where you just don't want to do it. Especially for those of you where this is like a career path or something like that. You're trying to build something for yourself. This is, you know, there are going to be days where you're just going to want to give up. You know? But Every day, strive to make a conscious effort to move forward, to convince yourself that this is the right path for me. And I know it because intuitively, I know God is speaking to me, or Source is speaking to me, or the universe is speaking to me on an intuitive level, and I can feel that this is the right path for me, even though it may not look like it, especially at this time. Okay, what other advice, Spirit, do you have to offer? Maybe words of encouragement that you have to offer for somebody who is resonating with this. Words of advice or encouragement, spirits, for this person that is really trying to find themselves at this time. Let's see, whomever this is resonating for. Okay. I also feel like this person here, you felt alone for quite a long time now. Maybe you felt alone for some of you since a loss, maybe a loss of a significant partner, or a loss of a family member that meant a lot to you, or maybe just losing yourself. But I do feel like you felt alone since you've lost someone or something significant to you here. Okay, we have 2 cards for you. Okay, and the first one here says, we have a secret to share with you. If you act as if all is well, it will be. Act as if you are brave, and you will have enough courage. Act as if you are loved, and you will be a magnet for love and experience the love of Spirit. Act as if your prayers have been answered, as if you are truly in sync with good fortune. How you think is how you will see the world, interact with it, and draw conclusions from it. If you want to be the person who has the life you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, you need to start acting as if that were the truth. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that seem empty or cavernous, chaotic or barren. These are temporary and don't even count. Defy them and act as if you are the luckiest person on this planet. You will be, for you already are. That's the real secret. You are infinite potential. Loving you so much. Rainbows explode in the ether. I think that's cute. Okay, and the second card we have here is, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes a loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break open wide. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, ever more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. Okay, so I feel like that's a great way to end this reading. I also do want to say that don't rush it. This is something that is going to take time. Again, we saw that here with the Pentacles energy. This is something that's going to take time. At times you are going to want to give up and throw in the towel. But Spirit is saying, like, don't give up. Okay? This is something that's not going to happen overnight. And as frustrating as that is, you know, I think you already know that. So, every day, you know, you might experience along your healing journey that you're getting better and better. But, you know, maybe there's just that one day out of the week where you think like, oh my gosh, I'm fully healed, I'm prepared, I'm ready to move on. And then you're triggered by something. Maybe it's a song. Maybe it's an argument that you had with a family member. Maybe they told you what their real opinion of something was and you didn't agree, but it triggered you and it brought you to your knees in tears, okay? And then you felt like you were brought back to ground zero again. You're gonna have those days. You are, and it's part of the healing journey. It's part of your sense of self-growth, okay? And it also triggers those feelings to remind you that, you know, you're not there yet. you know? You're not there yet. There are things inside of you that sometimes need to come to surface through triggers, to remind you that there are still things that we need to work on with ourselves and with our self-development and our growth. And it only makes us stronger people. All right? That is my reading for whomever needs to hear it. I will be uploading this on my YouTube channel. Soup for the Soul Tarot is the same name as my TikTok. If you're watching this live, hi, hello, welcome. And welcome to everyone who's new here. I encourage you to follow me here. I do at times do personal live mini readings. Not at this time though, unfortunately. If you also want to check out other uploads I have on my YouTube channel, I encourage you to do so as well. I have zodiac readings posted on there as well. So, yeah. Alright guys, hopefully I will see you in the next live or in the next reading. Bye guys.